like 80 years ago, the literacy rate was so much higher. Like they actually were able to, they actually read periodicals and newspapers, so there was more of a critical discussion. I mean, people were still duped because they had this, I mean, it literally was like a Walt Disneyland kind of America, but it's even worse now. I think after people get out of high school, they don't even, most of them don't even read a book, like a whole book, and that's just craziness. Like, and they're actually, libraries are engaging in mass burnings of books right now because they want to enslave people to the digital media, and these iPad or those pads.
Yeah.
And that's
they want to put those in schools.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like for little fourth graders.
Yeah. And I mean, I try giving books to people, and they don't read them. They don't have the time. And then when they do read a book, it's Twilight or something.
Yeah.
Which, you know, in ancient Rome they called it.
What do you think about all the vampires and zombies, and you know, some people that someone I know, the people he works with, like older people, they actually think that that's like a foreshadowing of what's to come.
Oh,
what do you think about that?
Well, it's a tempting thing, like for the zombie thing especially. I know when I was younger, there was these video games out with zombies and stuff, and for me, it seemed like this chance for like a carte blanche to just do whatever the fuck you wanted, and you also got to kill something with impunity that was completely dangerous, so it was good versus bad. You could raid stores, you could go into houses, steal cars, and for them, that's just this huge escape fantasy because they got all this pent-up frustration in society, and if you just got to, you know, your boss was turned into a zombie, you could blow his head off with a shotgun, and then the population would thin out, so everybody who is left, there'd only be a few survivors, so you'd all get to go around in speedboats and have mansions and shit. And I guess for them, that gets their rocks off. But the vampire thing, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's a huge sexual fetish, and it's all tied up with our.
Would money buy you happiness?
It would be a way to get something going. If I had money, if I had just lots of money, then I could buy property, and then with that property, I could kind of create an alternative society for people where money wasn't necessary.
Like commune.
Yeah, and because everybody would have like a credit card, and that credit would reflect the labor they put in, the social product, and then that would entitle them to consume things too. Mm-hmm. But if I had money as an individual, yeah, sure, I'd be able to travel around and everything. And of course, when you have money, that is an aphrodisiac, because our culture has just pounded it.
Glitter.
Yeah, and nowadays women are, for instance, if you don't have money, it's a lot harder for you to get dates. Even, because I've known girls even who say that they're not like that, but it totally is the case. I mean, if you don't have a car and some other guy's got a car, even if he's not as like.
Oh, you're saying that that's something that they're attracted to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then men, of course, pursue that because they know it's going to give them access to these little thingies that they want, like the car, the woman.
Pussy.
Yeah, pussy. And it's scary when I think about it because there's that tiny percentage of people who do have so much of everything, and they keep everybody else down with like a wage system and everything, and they own the means of production. So everybody else has to come to them for the little scraps and the chores. And literally the only reason why they keep it that way is because of the pussy. I mean, they always have these trophy wives. Yeah, I saw a picture of Billy Joel, who even in his heyday was like an ugly little motherfucker. But he was with this beautiful woman. He had this look on his face that just said, "Yeah, it's because of the money, baby." And like, all these gangsters, mobsters, captains of industry, they throw away one wife and they get another.
Yeah. I was watching the roast of Donald Trump last night. That was some funny shit.
Oh, okay.
At least each comedian had one joke about his shriveled penis and his like, you know, foreign wives.
Yeah.
That really are really beautiful women.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah. And it's just like, if we lived in a future society, what would happen really? I mean, because that wouldn't be a possibility anymore. It would actually be so different that it's like those guys, they probably would attract a wife, maybe, even a beautiful woman, even if they weren't good looking, because they had great personalities or whatever, and they enjoyed
morals.
Each other's company. Yeah. And but they would probably, I mean, maybe they would get divorced, but it's not like when that guy was 70 or 80, unless he was really like like an alpha male or something, and women just wanted to be with him. It wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be as easy as it is now for them to just buy women, or for any of that stuff to go on.
What did you tell me the other day about absurdities?
Oh, absurdity? Well, absurdity is just like almost all kinds of things are absurd, and like when you confront absurdity, it can either make you feel a huge amount of despair and confusion and grief, but if you actually understand the cause of it, it just all you need to do is laugh your ass off.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't put you in prison or something, or you're in some like really grim Kafkaesque situation. Most of the time, the absurdity, you just have to chuckle at it, because Kurt Vonnegut said that there's two responses to alarming situations. You either fight or you run, and it's analogous to laughing and crying. You know, they both do the same thing, and but laughter, there's like less to clean up afterward, and it's more just, you know, relaxed and everything. That's why when I started hearing about kind of the gloomy future that could be coming, it used to make me really down, but now that I understand that this was caused by sea pirates and silly religions and everything like that, you just have to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Because when the day comes where we start confronting people about this, when we try to engage them, we have to make them laugh and make them not feel bad for being tricked into being assholes, and then they'll feel embarrassed, but they'll come around and they'll realize that you know, there is some forgiveness. That's why you know, all kinds of things could change a little bit just to be in line with that. Like, we live in a society that's really centered around punishment, and if you fuck up,